Prioritize freedom over anything else. So freedom to work what you like, when you like. And I think that's also one of the most important things in life when you're, let's say, looking for a job.
I learned something that I didn't know before.
It sounds like you had a lot of freedom with your job, but exactly. I would like to see your side of the story now. Now we heard Matej's and now let's see yours.
Very popular at the time were dropshipping and affiliate marketing. But the problem with dropshipping is that you have to have a capital.
But it's important to specialize, to go deep and to actually, at the end, you have to achieve goals, objectives.
Gašper, Matej, hello.
Hello.
Gašper, we start with you. Tell me a little bit about the time, how you grew up, where you grew up.
I grew up near a small village named Vierstein. The name Vierstein comes from 4 stones that were separating 4 different lands. And we also have a wine that it's presumed to be one of the oldest in Europe. Maybe even older, the one in Maribor, which is also known around the world. But I don't think the tests have confirmed it yet. At home I grew up with a vineyard and a small farm. We don't produce wine for personal use, but we have it for commercial use. So my whole life I grew up outside, basically. But the thing that is, let's say, a disadvantage living in a small village is to be far away from, let's say, towns, shopping centers, and maybe you have less opportunity to earn money. But we had internet.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah, no.
To be far away from the cities and from the supermarkets and everything. But it's interesting that you grew up on the farm with the winery and in nature, and you started to think about digital marketing. Or how did you come to start thinking about it?
I basically started thinking how to make money from home with internet access, because that was my only option in a village, let's say, to earn money. Also, if I wanted to go, let's say, Celje, that was a 1-hour drive, 1 hour 20 with a bus, and I did that commute every day in my high school years. So, hour and a half to Celje, an hour and a back from Celje. And then when Corona started, I had 3 additional hours every day, and I was bored, basically. And I started to learn how to earn money online, and then I stumbled upon affiliate marketing, where I basically began my journey in digital marketing. I started watching several YouTube videos on how to earn money. I read blogs on what are the ways to earn money, and very popular at the time were dropshipping and affiliate marketing. But the problem with dropshipping is that you have to have a capital at first, and affiliate marketing, you, let's say, invest your own money for a certain profit margin. So you basically create ads to a product that you don't own. Basically, you don't have anything to do with it. Just what it matters in affiliate marketing is that you bring the customer to their website, so they buy a product, and when they buy a product, you get paid a commission. And one of the most known networks is ClickBank, and that's also how I started. And I think it was 1st of May. On April 30th, I started my first campaign on Bing ads, previously known as Microsoft, now known as Microsoft ads, before they were Bing ads. And I launched my first campaigns regarding sciatica, product regarding sciatica curing. And I remembered when I woke up, it's at $50 of revenue and when I checked the ad spend, it was 50 cents. I was amazed. I was like, yes, this really works, and I hope that it will continue the way it started. But interesting thing is that was the only sale that I made in a month. So I just spent money. I spent like 30 euros, and there were no more sales after that. So I stopped. I didn't know how to optimize the campaigns. Why did several people actually came through my ad? How to make a better landing page to convert people. And that's when I started thinking how to expand my knowledge. And I did some research into some digital marketing agencies. And I started sending out cold emails stating that, hello, I'm Gašper, I have learned, I have watched this and this course about Google ads, Facebook ads, and of course affiliate marketing, and I was asking for opportunity to learn and that I would do it for free. But the only, let's say, obstacle was that I was only available remote. So I sent about 20 to 30 emails, and only 2 people responded. One was like, thank you for sending us email, we'll consider it in the future. But I think they didn't. I mean, I didn't receive a mail from them. But there was only one person who actually took action on the email I sent. Her name was Lana, and she connected me with Matej. And basically that's when the story with the studio began.
Maybe this is a good time for you, Matej, to jump in and tell us a little bit when Lana told you about Gašper.
Yeah, interesting is now listening Gašper. I learned something that I didn't know before, yeah. But she literally contacted me, and she said, look, there's a young guy, Gašper, eager to learn. And is there something you can do? So we spoke, and interesting was, yeah, the curiosity from him to learn and be a bit more self-sufficient, yeah. And that was also my inspiration years ago with my job. And you feel that you don't have options, but internet is a quite easy way to if you're eager to learn and get skills, that you can actually do something about this, yeah. So then we had a conversation. I shared this conversation with the team, with Paul, and we said, let's give him an opportunity to see if actually we can do something together. And we actually started with, like, let's say, internship program, and there were also some other people, and Gašper, I think Diana, who is also now fully involved with different stuff. And we literally introduced them a simple way of actually them guiding the way forward. And it's called OKR system. Like companies like Google are using this, it's part of their culture. And it literally means, with Gašper, we started with his vision, what he would like to achieve in life, and then him setting his own goals, and then deciding how he will measure his goals, yeah. And literally, at the end, it was like a spreadsheet, yeah, where he actually chose the goals, how he will measure the goals. And then we were meeting weekly, and then after a while, monthly. And then he was doing self-assessment to see, you know, if the goals are still okay for him, how he's progressing, if he would like to change something. And then slowly, I think that there were, like, you know, his curiosity for Google, I think also for Facebook, some other lines, yeah, gave him new knowledge, new skills. And then after a while we thought, okay, Gašper, now maybe you can help us slowly and work with some of the specialists as an assistant to actually work on campaigns, yeah. Not for affiliate marketing, but actually on active campaigns, not being completely independent, because there were budgets that we have to manage for our clients, but as an assistant to slowly get more experience. And that's how things were moving forward, and all the time these OKRs, and actually him being the person who is choosing what he would like to do and then doing self-assessments, that was all the time there. I think now we are even not talking about this anymore. It becomes part of our personality, our culture. But after a while, then Gašper, when he showed the more commitment, more skills, then slowly he started to work on smaller accounts and then bigger accounts, and then being fully involved with the team.
It sounds great. It sounds like you had a lot of freedom with your job. But exactly. I would like to see your side of the story now. Now we heard Matej's, and now let's see yours. So when Matej called you or got to you, how did it
So how I remembered it, that after Lana connected me and Matej, Matej responded, and I think he sent me a link to the studio's landing page for new team members, where you had to, I think, describe your previous experience. And I know I have made a video, 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes video, about who I am, what are my goals, and my vision, if it's compatible with the studios. I think they figured out that it was. So that's why we also began the internship. And yeah, Matej described exactly as it was. I have no opposite feelings or other thoughts. I was just, as you said, freedom. That was a really big part of me, and even now when I work, I prioritize freedom over anything else. So freedom to work what you like, when you like. And I think that's also one of the most important things in life when you're, let's say, looking for a job. Of course, maybe digital marketing gives you that opportunity, but many other jobs do not. Like, you have to be there from 9 to 5, and you can arrive at 5, I mean 9, can be late, depends on your boss, and leave at 5, and then you have a commute home, you do something for yourself, and then you go to sleep and repeat every day. But as I said, the digital marketing gives you the freedom to be basically anywhere in the world and do your job when you like, and yeah, that would be it.
What exactly made you think that you are compatible with this studio or vice versa?
I would say our vision and the way of work, and also their specialty. Like Uroš, Tomáš, I read about them and I learned that they're highly skilled in their profession. So I was like, that's who I want to be learning from. And it was a natural way for me to say yes and move forward. And
did you learn?
I did. I learned a lot in those, I think it's 5th year is now. So in March it will be a 5-year, let's say, commemoration of our first contact. So looking forward to many more years.
I think it's better to say 5th birthday than commemoration.
It's for the dead, right? So yeah, as I said, natural way.
But now tell me a little bit more about digital marketing. You did some affiliate marketing and some other stuff, but before you started, you didn't do digital marketing. And Matej said that they wanted you to set your own vision and set your own goals. How did you do that, and how did you find this vision?
So through research. I spent a lot of time researching different ways of how marketing works, because marketing is a very, very broad spectrum, and digital marketing is just a small part of it. even though it's really essential in modern time, especially for companies that would like to reach new customers and obtain the current ones. And of course, digital marketing brings up an opportunity to scale outside of your country, which before in the past it wasn't so easy. So I stumbled upon Google Ads and Facebook Ads, which are getting more and more automated every year. But still, someone who doesn't know the platform needs a lot of time to learn how it works, how to set up the strategy, full funnel architecture. So top of the funnel consideration, middle of the funnel buying, and then at the bottom remarketing for people who didn't convert at the first, but are still interested in your product. So basically the skills I have today, I learned with the studio.
So you mentioned automation. Is it a friend or a foe?
Both. As let's say someone who is skilled, it helps you in some daily tasks that are repeatable and, let's say, time consuming, and it's like a routine, one task or another. But with that automation, let's say AI, a lot of companies nowadays use AI even though it's not AI. They just love to put it there. So they like our modern company, which follow the trends. And maybe every company that you will look at who offers a service, they'll say, try our AI. That's what I noticed in the past, but maybe a foe because it could replace us in the long term. But still, there is a human touch needed to actually monitoring and optimizing the campaigns, because the computer is not always right. The computer can be mistaken, and algorithm, let's say, are sometimes unpredictable. But with human insight on the account, on the platform, you don't have that disadvantage of not being able to control the campaigns and where your money is going as an advertiser. So that's one really important aspect.
If I understand you right, you are trying to, you're helping to train algorithms to replace you.
Not really. You train algorithm to give you the best results possible. So algorithm is currently based that it learns user behavior. And that's the most important thing to know in digital marketing. Who is your target audience? What are their ways of living? What are their habits? And this is what this AI does, basically. It finds the people you may not know that they exist, that is your target audience. Because your ads show up in a lot, let's say millions of people, and Google makes a profile out of those who click on the ad, and that's how he knows which things to optimize for and where to push the money. So you will spend more. Basically, the Google's goal is to spend more on your platform. That's why I would say that it's not a foe completely, because it is helping you to spend more money and, of course, to earn more money in the final. But yeah, I would say for now it's still a friend.
Okay, Matej, do you remember any, I don't know, specific advantage or new approach or something Gašper brought to this studio?
Actually, I like to think about, unknown, yeah. So even if you have like a highly skilled team of specialists, that's very important, yeah. It's important to have, freedom. If you have freedom and you can have freedom to choose what you would like to do, that's great, yeah, and that's what most of us like with the digital marketing, yeah, whichever form. But it's important to specialize, to go deep, and to actually, you know, at the end, you have to achieve goals, objectives, and usually these are clients. Sometimes also our, you know, the team is doing campaigns for us as well. But this specialization and going deeper, it's important, yeah. So, you know, with the team that you have, yeah, we always, you know, even if you have like 10, 20, 30 years of experience, sometimes you're working only between the known factors, yeah, and young, new energy, yeah. That's, to be honest, that's the, you know, Gašper is the future, yeah, and new generations coming are the future, yeah. I wasn't the generation that actually was actually born with this kind of a phone, smart devices in my hands, yeah. But Gašper generation and younger ones, yeah, for them this is something normal, yeah, and they're bringing something new, a new curiosity, and new ideas to the table, yeah. So as much as I think the team, you know, the people that are either in Slovenia, other parts of the world that work in the studio, bring a lot of years of experience to the table, but this experience also is a trap, yeah. So not to be curious and actually have the courage to look for other things, yeah. And Gašper is naturally curious, yeah, because he already has chosen specific lines, yeah, that he understands well, but he is still curious to learn new stuff. So that's, I think, a huge advantage of Gašper, yeah. And 5 years, you know, starting at 17, and after 5 years, let's say that he is a young specialist in specific areas.
Digital deep diver.
Yes, digital deep diver.
But how deep do you let yourself go? Because if you work from home, there is some traps with that. The line between personal life and work can blur very fast. How do you do this?
It's important to make boundaries. For me personally, I haven't set them yet, because sometimes, like, I like to do some work in the morning, sometimes at middle of the night. It really depends, and also what other stuff you want to do besides work. And yeah, I mean, I personally am not someone who needs, let's say, human interaction every day. I'm very capable of working on my own. I mean, we speak through emails and on telephone, but still, I don't miss that much human interaction, which is maybe good for more introvert people. Is a good position, digital marketing, and of course the flexibility to work from wherever. So I'm basically in two locations, at home in Virstan and in Ljubljana. So I just need my laptop, and also maybe one interesting thing that wherever I go, I always take my computer with me, because you never know what's going to happen, and you need to be there to take action. So maybe, like, even when you're going on a vacation, it's good to have at least your laptop with you. I mean, you have apps like for Google Ads and Meta Ads, but you are very limited to what you can actually do there. So yeah, I'm used to taking my computer everywhere with me.
What kind of businesses, small, medium, large, do you like to do business the most with?
I would say medium to large clients are very good to work with. It depends if you work with a marketing manager or the owner with the company. Marketing managers are usually more, let's say, understandable to what actually digital marketing is. But the thing with the studio is that we actually educate the client, so they are very on top of why we do certain things, why we use this strategy, and this is from the very beginning that we start with client. basically is educating what we do, so they have a full understanding what needs to be done. And that's why we also offer consulting services to basically educate the client on what's going on. But with medium to large clients, it's also fun to work with because they have budget to scale. Of course, you can also scale small clients, but it takes a little bit more time because they have a limited budget and they basically just want to make ads profitable. But for scaling, like you have to take some action and put in the money, even though it might not, let's say, have a return on investment, because that's what basically marketing is. It's an investment into the future of the business. But maybe with larger clients, they're more focused on branding, and middle clients, I would say, are more focused on sales than branding. I have worked with Disney, Samsung, Aldi, or Hofer. So there is a big change in what are their needs and what are the needs of a smaller, let's say, e-commerce clients or service-based.
So getting an education is one of the reasons why someone should choose this studio. But what else could you think of? I don't know, maybe for a medium large business, what are the advantages that tells them choose this studio?
First of all, I would say professionalism. So specialty, very focused specialty in every aspect of digital marketing, because we have a team that specializes basically in everything. It's not that I see most companies are searching for a digital marketer. He needs to know social media, he needs to know Google Ads, content creation. That's in one person, they're looking for 5 or 6 persons, which is not good for a company, because a person cannot be working all of the aspects so good that it will actually become productive. So that's when the studio comes into play, where you have a specialist for each field and has been in this field for many years and know exactly what he's doing. And we can give you that insights that, let's say, some digital marketer gives you. Because here we have a Google Ads specialist, SEO specialist, email marketing specialist. Everyone is specialized. It's not like one person responsible for everything, and that's where we stand out.
But I'm sure you would like to add something.
Yeah, to simplify, at the end it's a team sport, yeah, and it's good to have let's say a plan, or we like to call it strategy, yeah? So that actually this understanding, we have a commitment between a client or investor, us as a team, the studio, and each individual who is going deeper, yeah. So that means in the middle there is always a strategy, yeah? So always when we are even starting conversations with clients, yeah, we are taking a lot of time and attention to actually understand the client, what's going on, where are the challenges, opportunities, to actually design this strategy together. So when we actually write it together, yeah, and then define it and agree on it, yeah, so each person that is included into this, yeah, knows exactly what's happening, yeah, from the operational stuff to finances as well, yeah, so that everything can then flow without the need to actually do any kind of a confusion. And it's important that so that things are agreed, we can actually then go and do the work. So strategy is the thing in the middle, to actually have clearly defined objectives, timelines, budgets, and then the operational stuff, yeah, how we will do this, yeah, that's the part where actually specialists need their own sovereignty, to actually execute it, yeah, and that actually the speciality that each of us have, yeah, it's important, yeah. And with each client, it's a different story, yeah? And different journey. And the best thing is actually after a couple of years back, you can see results and actually having healthy relationship, not as a client agency, but more as two partners working together to grow together. Yeah. So if client is growing, this studio is growing. If this studio is growing, specialists are growing. Yeah. And from my experience, I think our experience, that's the healthy way of actually doing business together.
For the end, Gašper, tell me a little about the team of the studio and how do you feel inside this team?
So it's a smaller team of let's say every range of specialists, what considers to be digital marketing. And I must say that I have not once had a spat with one of the team members because they're all very helpful in when you have, let's say, a certain problem that you need to solve. Everyone is like happy to help however they can. So let's say team problem solving is like really important. That's why we also have meetings where we discuss any obstacles that we have. And yeah, communication is also on a very professional level. And also the relationships are like set in stone. We also gather once a year on a picnic where we see each other because everyone is, let's say, in a different place in the on the world and different parts of Slovenia also. So we don't actually, let's say, see each other on a monthly basis or a weekly basis. We see each other once a year because everything is being done remote. And that is the way that works for all of us. And I think it wouldn't be that much of a freedom if we would have an office. I mean, it would be still okay to work in. But again, you lose that freedom if you have to go somewhere every day. But I think with the studio's vision and mission, that would not be the case.
Okay. Gašper, Matej, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jan.